22 months, and it's been a wild ride. It's been a very interesting ride. It's been an experience that has exceeded expectations every step of the way. The company has underpromised and over-delivered in so many ways that it, and some people, jumping in, find a lot of things to be critical of and question. But I'll ask them sometimes, how did you handle it in your multi-billion-dollar business that flourished within 1 year? And that doesn't happen all the time. So these are growing pains, and this is happening so fast, much faster than anybody expected. And under those circumstances, it's really amazing how we're moving forward and how this is growing so quickly. So what I would like to do before we get into a few slides is introduce a few people that have been on some of these calls and veterans of the One Life community, and get a little bit of their story and their experience with this. So we'll play the what's it called, the winter wonder wheel of fortune here, and pick some people to come on and talk. So why is this not working for me? Let's see here. Bear with me here. Where? Lee, can I hear you?
Hi.
Yeah, all right. I won. I spun the wheel.
You won, and you got an extra split.
Awesome. So Lee, great to see you and hear your voice. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good, but I just want to show you something, everybody. You see that? That's one big smile. And I have been smiling for 19 months because I, like you, had never done network marketing. I didn't even know what it was. I certainly didn't know anything about cryptocurrency, wallets, blockchains, technology, and all of that. I had no idea. But the great thing is, with the company that we're involved with, it is super simple. It is really, really quite easy. So if this is your first time, guys, listening in to these veterans on here, just know that it is pretty easy to do. It seems overwhelming when you see the slides and everything, but don't worry about it, because I assure you, you will get one of these. You will get the OneCoin smile. You will get the OneCoin fever. But there is some danger about it, guys. You will lose sleep, okay? You'll be overwhelmed. You'll be excited. You'll meet new people. You'll be traveling to 22 countries like my upline, Mr. Joby. He's been everywhere. You will look super happy like my friend down there, Kevin. Jeanette's got a big smile. Look at Catherine there. Goodness, DeWald just joined. It is amazing, guys. I'm just so thankful that I stumbled across this, and all it took was a 12-minute video. When I watched that video about cryptocurrency and the company, I stopped it at 4 minutes, and I said, where do I join? How do I start? Give me. And I think most people, if they have watched that video, can attest that it's probably one of the greatest opportunities that is presented to you. And if you don't take it, I don't know what to tell you. But hopefully, after this webinar, you'll have a look at that video, or get the slides, or just talk to some of the people that invited you here today, and you will end up with the OneCoin with the OneCoin smile. So great to be here. Thank you very much, Jack, and take it away.
Yeah, the one smile. So Lee, let me just ask you though, when did you get started?
I started 19 months ago. I was pretty lucky. Joby, my upline, brought me in 19 months ago. and I've never looked back. And actually, it consumes my life now. I talk about it every single day. I sleep, I talk, I eat, I clap.
When you got started, what did you get started with? Yeah, how did you get started?
Yeah, I got started with a little bit of research, actually. I got given the video, and that's what started everything off. There wasn't really that much out there at the time. So I went to YouTube and found a load of videos there. I got plugged into Facebook groups, and then I was just changing my circle of friends. And then I was starting to add people with the similar sort of interests as me. And then as it's developed over the last 19 months, I pretty much use the system that we're in right now. In fact, I use it probably 100% of the time. And that system is these webinars. You know, you'll learn a lot from these webinars, and you'll understand why they're so powerful, because every time you come back, you will learn something new.
Awesome. Awesome. And so would you recommend anything, I guess, for somebody starting today? Is there something you'd recommend that they do that you didn't do that might help them move along faster? Anything different?
Something different. I would, if I would look to find out if there's any sort of local events, because I think you need to feel the passion of the company and what it's all about, and you need to be around people, because a video or an online thing, it doesn't give you the passion. You don't feel it. So if you can sort of find a local group that's part of this, get involved. If you cannot and it's too far to travel, my advice is, come to these Zoom meetings, and then you will learn where the videos are. You will learn the education, or just simply join up with the company we're talking about and start looking for free. And there's a lot of information that's happened, in the last 19 months that's upgraded. So they're going to be quite lucky coming in now, because the company is developing and there's so much more information available for them.
That's great. That's actually great, because when you and I started, there really weren't events to go to. And the website was nothing like it is now. Now we have 3 different websites that people can go to that actually follow the different divisions of our company. So maybe somebody could post those 3 website links in the chat. I posted the link to the generic link to the 16-minute video. But there's onelife.eu, which is our network in our community, and then there's onecoin.eu, which is information strictly about the cryptocurrency, and then there's oneacademy.eu, which houses our online learning platform, and we'll talk a little bit about each of those as we go through today's presentation. So if somebody can post those 3 website links, that would be really great.
Can I just give a shout out to people that may be on here or get the recording? I just want to say thank you to everybody that upgraded the last few days. Also, congratulations to everybody that ranked up. I know that's hard work. You've done it. Congratulations, well done. And a personal thanks to my sponsor and my mentor and my good friend, Joby Bowie, who's gave me this opportunity. And if anybody knows Joby, he is selfless in what he does, and he will help everybody. And you don't find many people like that. So thank you, Joby, for everything that you've done for me and our team and everybody that's on here.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Lee. All right. So with that, let me hear a little bit of a hello from Joby.
Hello, how are you? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's going on today?
Thank you for hosting.
Where are you?
I'm in Canada. We're just finishing up here. We've got a couple of meetings, and then we're off to the airport to get back home. So it's been a whirlwind 4 weeks.
Yeah. Where have you been? Where have you been in the last 4 weeks?
Germany, South Africa, Vegas, and Canada. So
how many people do you estimate you spoke to in the last 4 weeks?
Probably a couple of thousand.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice. And
so it's been amazing. It's been a fantastic journey, and I wish Tom was on, because I know myself, my team, we're doing an accountability chart at the moment as well. So we're making sure that every single person is on and they're bringing people on. And if they're not doing that and they're not doing the work, which is what this is about, then it's a shame for the people that are coming on, because Tom, who's supposed to be hosting this today, I just want to give a massive shout out to him. He's travelling as well. And again, apologise for my guests who come on, who was hoping to hear from best-selling author Tom McMurran. But now you've got me and you've got Lee and the others. So
they've got me. I was a contributing author to that book.
Yeah, of course, and what part that was as well. But I just want to, the whole team, the whole community is just, it's incredible. And when you travel the world, which is what I was trying to get to, is that it doesn't matter where you go and who you meet, every single person is just there to help and support, which is what you're doing by taking over this webinar. So massive thank you to you for stepping in today as well, Jack. Absolutely huge.
Sure. Oh, my pleasure.
It's just funny when you travel the world, it doesn't matter who you are, you know who's in one coin, because they're all, as Lee said, they're all just walking about with big smiles on their faces and everyone's happy, and it really is funny. So all you see is this.
Great.
So
let me ask you something. So you've been to all these countries over the last four weeks, speaking to, I don't know, a few thousand people. What kinds of things are you hearing from people that's attracting them to this? What problems are they having? What challenges are people having? And is there anything unique in one country versus another? Are you hearing like the same thing wherever you go?
Yeah, I mean, it's cool. Everyone's catching on to what the vision of this is, what is cryptocurrency, why it can help them. They can contain freedom and get out of the banking system and be their own bank. And it's exciting people. It really is, and it's something you see. It's like a magic in there. Everywhere you go, every single person's getting excited, and once they've heard the presentation, even new people, you can really see that their excitement in their eyes of they can own a currency that's appreciating in value rather than decreasing in value. And with that, they're getting education to learn about how they can go off and profit with this around the world, you know. And that's, for me, the main thing is what I've seen is the helping of people. Every single person you meet along the way they all want to help. Every single person, they want to help people, and that's incredible. It's inspiring, you know. It really is.
Yeah. Well, and you've helped so many, and so you're not seeing even really differences across countries.
No, really. It's the same sort of theme, really, because once people hear the vision of the company, the theme just sort of carries on. So, it's brilliant. South Africa for me was incredible. There was nearly 400 or 500 people in a room that was absolutely lit on fire by this, and they've changed their lives. You know, South Africa, there's not a lot of, you don't think there's a lot of money there, but when you get there, it's a different story, and it's helping and changing, impacting lives over there tremendously. So that was, for me, one of my main things, is seeing how people have changed their lives over from there. So
yeah, well, that's great, and that's you know, one of the folks that's a leader just recently became a diamond in our organization. Bill Hartranft posted a quote that he's very fond of, that you really haven't lived until you've done something for somebody who can't repay you.
Yeah.
And that really stuck with me when I saw that, and I know it stuck with him. And our thoughts go out to Bill, who's having some challenges right now with his health. But you know, that's with this community. That's one of the surprising things that I just didn't expect with this was, I knew about the financial education. I started learning about the cryptocurrency, but I had no idea it was going to have this kind of a global community. You know, friends with you, friends with Lee. None of us are in the same line, or I'm not in the same line with you guys. making friends with Haley and Bernie and others around the world. It's just a great community. And like you said, everybody just wants to help. And everybody is searching, whatever they're looking for, whatever challenge they have. I think what they're looking for is some sense of freedom, some sense of time freedom. They're working harder and longer for less, and they're trading their time for money. And they're realizing that that's a horrible trade, but that's not getting them where they want to go. And instead they're actually, digging themselves deeper. They're losing time, which they can't get back. So appreciate your input, Joby. And
no worries. Thank you, guys. We're going to have to run in a minute. I won't be able to stay on long because we've got a meeting starting. So I'll be on as long as I can, but if I fire off, then it's because I've got to go to another meeting.
No worries. Great to hear.
He's on fire as well, guys. So.
Oh, geez. All right.
See you later. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Joby. All right, so we're going to go to some slides here, if I can find them. Let's see, where are they? Should be here. Hold on, bear with me a little. Not that. Should be this one. Hold on. There we go. Should have had that queued up. Probably would have had that queued up if I had known I was going to be hosting. So yeah, that was a long introduction to what we're here to talk about today, which is what we call the protocol of prosperity. And I think you've heard that, in what Lee and Joby, shared. It's prosperity. Yes, it's a protocol for bringing people greater wealth, but we're really creating time freedom, and that's what we do here 7 times a week. We do it again tonight, East Coast time at 10 o'clock. So feel free to come back and listen and invite some friends to that, and then we have 2 more on Thursday and 2 on Saturday and another one on Sunday. And Sunday night is great because it's ladies' night, so we get to hear from women around the world, and we'll hear from some today on their stories and what this has meant to them and their family. What we do with our protocol of prosperity is really to educate people, and that education creates awareness. I think you heard it in what Joby was saying, an awareness of something they didn't know was available to them. And it's really an opportunity, and an opportunity can just sit there and pass you by unless you have the awareness from that education to actually see that opportunity. And so people are around the world, in all the countries that Joby's been to, they're seeing this new opportunity to free themselves from a monetary system that robs them of money. That if inflation is just eating away at all of the global currencies every day. $100 today is not going to buy as much next year, and that's a fact. We use an example of a gallon of milk in 1970, whatever it cost, $1 something, and now it's $3.50 or $4. There's no way you can tell me that it costs 3 to 4 times more to produce a gallon of milk today. They have us fooled that prices are going up. Prices are not going up. Our currency is going down in value, and that's what's being pulled over on everybody, and people are catching on. People are catching on around the world, and as we educate them and make them aware, they're seeing that there's a different way of doing this, that there's a new way. Everything is becoming digital, and everything is transforming in our lives, and that includes money. And this education, this protocol actually helps people to then have the confidence and the belief to take action for their futures. So an opportunity isn't really an opportunity until you take action on it and seize that opportunity. So what do we do? What do we actually? What is this OneCoin community that you've heard of and heard mentioned to you and shared with you? What do we actually do? Well, we market education in new currency, in cryptocurrency. We help people learn about it. Our product is actually an education-based product, and provides the opportunity to participate in this wonderful new cryptocurrency that's rapidly expanding around the world. And that educational opportunity provides, like I said before, promotional tokens that allow you to be a miner of cryptocurrency. And we'll talk about that, but you're basically helping this community bring into existence new money. We then are sharing that with merchants locally. That's going to be a big driver for this coming year in 2017 to increase and expand the usability of our currency with merchants. And as Joby said, this freedom to live a lifestyle that we want to live and have our business style, our work style match that, not the other way around. Everybody's trapped in trying to fit their lifestyle into their work style, and we're turning that on its head and providing freedom where people can do this in sweats from home, traveling. Tom's done these meetings from St. Thomas and Thailand and London. So there's no need to report to an office every day to live the lifestyle that you want to live. We like to say, live where you want to live how you want to live, and create wealth doing it. So before we get into the next few slides, I'm going to go back to take a couple more testimonials from folks. I would like to speak to Catherine Clement, who's doing some amazing things. Catherine, hello.
Hi.
How are you today?
Wonderful.
You want to talk to us a little bit?
Oh, sure, I will.
Give us a little bit of, when did you get started in this and how did you get started?
I got started in July of 2015, and it was just through a Facebook chat, private Facebook chat, somebody I'd known for like a year, Steve Stuckey, and he approached me with it, and it just, I wasn't really sure, but it just felt good in my body. So I was like, all right, let's go. And like has been mentioned, now I have this tremendous smile and my cheeks ache and I have to like massage my cheeks. And so when you're in OneCoin, you get this huge smile and then you start to get bags under your eyes because you don't get any sleep.
And why can't you get any sleep?
Well, one of the
excited.
reasons is working internationally. When you start expanding out into international markets, you wind up on opposite time zones, and you need to be there for your people, just because they're in another country.
So what are you doing internationally?
Well, reaching out through WhatsApp is one of the things that I'm doing. And not just me, there's a lot of leaders here that are reaching out to other countries through whatever means we can. I just happen to reach out through a platform called WhatsApp because a lot of people don't have the data to get on something like this. And most of our training is by video and they don't have the data to run the videos. And so I was just brainstorming, okay, how can we reach these people that I know Dr. Ruja, these are the people that Dr. Ruja wants to help, are the unbanked people. And I am so culturally challenged. Like I haven't done any traveling or anything like that. And I had no idea how locked down some of these countries are as far as the control that their government and their banks wield over them. If we think that the banks kind of control us, we have no issues. We can move money. I can move money in 15 different ways in the next 5 minutes to somebody here in the US. But I work with a lot of people in Africa, and there are some places there are some places where they can move money fairly, they have a couple of ways, but in some of these places it's just completely locked down and so challenging. And they're so desperate to change their situation And so any way that we can help, I mean, it's,
So
I'll
how are
say
you,
it all
so how are
night
you, so how are you helping?
okay.
How are you helping? What are you doing?
We're doing presentations through WhatsApp 6 times a week, and actually that's going to be expanded. And also we have a training room over there because all of the training needs to be done via text or images. We don't have a way that we can, that they can jump on something like this and we can do training. So it just all has to be typed out. And thank goodness we have an amazing, if you guys don't know, we have a great new slide presentation that is corporate approved. And I really love that. I mean, it sounds kind of weird to get a presentation and just chat and images, but what that does is it makes it completely duplicatable. Like anybody can save those images and the chat in between onto their device. Now, if you have a phone, obviously you can't do that, but you can just repeat that, copy and paste, and it makes it so easy. And then if they get done and there's questions they can't answer, then that's a great time to do a 3-way chat with somebody with Senior Success Line. So
That's awesome. So what challenge or problem did this solve for you when you got started? There was something that you had interest in this, something caught your attention, something grabbed you, and has it addressed some challenge or problem in your life?
Oh my goodness. When this came in front of me, I was, just to give you a little background, I was a registered nurse for 20 years. I worked with premature babies in intensive care for 20 years and also worked with them in their homes. They went home on ventilators and stuff. And then about 11 years ago, I came off my horse and landed the wrong way. And I had already had previous spinal cord damage. And so it whacked me pretty good this time, and I've had to find a way to work from bed. I can walk now. I'm twice out of a wheelchair. God, praise God for that. And I'm not complaining here at all, but it is a little challenging. I spend about 90% of my time in bed. So for me to go out and prospect in town, there's no way that I could build a business that way. So having this system here to be able to reach around the world, and speak to people is so amazing. And also just the isolation factor that I was in too, to have this amazing family surrounding me now and everyone supporting everyone. And what it did for me is it really gave me hope, because when I was a nurse and I was saving lives every day, I felt pretty good about myself. I know you shouldn't build yourself up on, I felt like I was serving. I'm not saying it from an ego standpoint. I just felt like I was serving. I felt like God was working through me to save lives. And then when I wound up in bed, I tried a couple other businesses. I lost money. I was actually down in my last $600 when this came along.
Wow.
So it was a true leap of faith, but like I said, it felt good in my body. When I just asked God, is this good for me? And I just kind of breathe. And if it feels good in my body, I have to go with it. That's my sign. And I am so glad that I jumped, because it's amazing. And now that I can lay here in bed, and change somebody's life on the other side of the world,
Wow.
It's giving me purpose again. It's giving me hope for my life. It's giving me money where I can get treatments. There are treatments out there that I can get that will get me out of this bed now.
That's
so
awesome.
I'm forever grateful. And thank you so much, Jack, for all that you do and all the amazing people in this family. I just love you all.
Oh, well, we love you, Catherine, and that's incredible. You do such great work. You've obviously got a life of doing great work with premature babies, and now what you're doing to share this around the world. And I'm glad that it's helping yourself right now as well. So that's what they say. If you help enough other people get what they want, at some point you get what you want. So
Yeah.
kudos.
It feels good when when I do get my few hours sleep, I go to bed. My heart feels good when I go to bed. I know that I've really made a difference in somebody's life every day, and I don't know what else you could ask, that feels better than that. So
Yeah.
thank you.
Awesome. So let's see, let's spin the winter wonderland world wheel of fortune here and see who else I can pick on that doesn't know I'm going to call on them. And let's talk to somebody a little bit newer in this business, if she's willing to chat. Yes, I'm thinking of you, Mary. You were just waving your hand. Mary Thorpe, can I hear you?
Yep, there you go. I clicked my mute the same time you did.
Okay. You want to talk to us for a little bit?
Sure, I'd love to.
Awesome. So
I came in a year after Catherine did. I came in, well, it was actually later. I came in the end of August this year. So I've only been in a couple of months. And I live in West Virginia after having lived in Philadelphia for 30 years. So it's really remote here, and it's kind of challenging. I've got global connections, but not a lot here. So I learned about it from my friend Steffi Ray, who lives in Florida. She's actually the mother of a good friend of mine. And when I heard, she's usually here, yeah. When she told me about it, I was like, Catherine, it's like, wow, that sounds awesome. I didn't even see the video. She just shared with me about it. And I said, I'm in. And so I've been talking to people about it. And, I have like 15 people in my organization so far. And I came in. Yeah, pretty cool, huh?
That's awesome. In 3.5 months.
Yeah. And I've worked for myself for years. So I'm not somebody who's gone to a job, and I'm a designer by background. I used to sell commercial furniture to and through architects and interior designers. And then for the past 20 years, I've been an independent scholar documenting all the sculptures of a mid-20th century artist. And so I've worked for myself for years, but I've always had just what I needed financially to do what I had in front of me. And a year and a half ago, I said, that's it. I'm transforming my relationship with money, and I'm going to create having a lot of money. And then this showed up.
Funny that.
I know. So one of the things that I've said is like, wow, this is like the gold rush of the 21st century, where you can mine those big veins of gold, and then at some point there will be nuggets left, and then at some point there will be flakes of gold left. But man, we're here in mining those veins. And then I live in West Virginia, and the conversation here is coal mining. People love it here, and nobody leaves, but they don't have jobs. So when I first heard about mining, I went, there's got to be some connection here. So I coined this phrase that said, from coal mining to coin mining.
Nice.
So that's what I've been working on. It's kind of fun.
That's great. That is so awesome. So what was it specific? I got that. You created this new relationship with money. This showed up.
Right.
This is an opportunity to create wealth. But in what way? What was it? I guess that really attracted you. Was it the mining opportunity to get to build some wealth with this new currency?
I was going to say, I didn't even know what mining was when I first heard about it.
Right.
So, so that wasn't the reason. What it was, and I bought a starter pack to start with. That's all I could put in.
You're like me. I went in big with a starter right off the bat.
Exactly. And then I started watching the compensation plan, and my partner actually said to me, if you're not a tycoon, if you're really serious about doing this and you're not a tycoon, you're not really playing the game.
Mhm.
Well, so I've upgraded to a pro trader. I have one tycoon in my whole organization. A lot of people are pro traders or traders. And then I have starter people with the starter pack. And then I even have some people in my line that have a rookie pack. So, but what I see, well, I'll say one other thing. So the other thing that I do today is my work is I collaborate with people in creating or upgrading conversations that shape the future of humanity.
Wow.
So when I heard
That's
this, yeah, it's like, well, this is a no-brainer. This is going to shape the humanity for me. The other thing is that I've, for, I don't know, close to 40 years been committed to a world that works for everyone with no one and nothing left out. So the thing that I love about this is that when one person wins, everybody wins.
Absolutely.
And so everything about it matched, you know, being committed to having a lot of money, having a world that works for everyone, bringing a new conversation into existence, transforming like what's possible here in West Virginia from this conversation from poor, unhealthy, victim people to, you know, being able to create your own destiny, if you will. So, and so what I would say to people, if they're here as a new person, it's like, first listen to what's in your heart. If it's there, just go for it. You know, one of the best things that, in fact, Steffi told me the first day when we were talking about it is, earn as you learn. Yeah. There's tons to learn, and every day, I just said to my partner Pascal this morning, I said, I'm so glad I'm not a doctor, that where people's lives are at stake, because there's so much information. How could you ever keep up with it? But then as I'm just saying this, it's like there's so much information about cryptocurrency. I'm reading and watching YouTubes, and so, I mean, there's no way that I can keep up and watch everything that everybody sends. But and there's a way that this is about people's lives are at stake. So yeah. I hadn't seen that before, but I think I'm going to alter where I come from. Like, no, your life, my life, our lives are at stake here. Yeah. And this is, you know, this is one of the possibilities for altering that.
Yeah, that's beautiful. And
yeah.
I'm familiar with some of the work that you've done in the past. We both participated in the the same organization. And it's great how you're taking that to this and creating something really beautiful for people. Yeah, that's just that's a great approach to take, a great context to create something massive here.
Thank you, Jack.
Yeah,
and thank you for. Yeah. I mean, I'm thrilled. I don't have a great relationships with family, so when I hear people say this family we're a part of, I kind of go like, ah. I call it a community. I didn't see that before, but I would call it a community of like-minded people who are really here, you know, like communities when people in the, you know, centuries ago, when they worked together and raised barns together, and, you know, like for me, that's what we are. We're a group who completely supports each other, and I'm always learning new things. So I get on these calls as much as I possibly can.
Great to see you, and thanks so much for sharing your story.
Thanks, Jack.
Great job. So, you know, both you and Catherine touched on a couple of things that I can relate to. First of all, I am nowhere near in as much pain as Catherine deals with on a regular basis, but I am taking a few weeks of leave from work. You can see me kind of fidgeting around here. I'm standing as I'm doing this because I've got did something to my back, and so I have back and leg pain that I'm dealing with, and I just need to take time off from work to heal it. But thinking about it, first of all, Louise Hay talks about lower back problems being connected to financial issues. so I can find the humor in this, I've been repeating to myself, just saying all the time and thinking about all the time, I need to find a way to spend more time on One Life and OneCoin, because work is taking up too much of my time. And the universe works in mysterious ways sometimes. So again, I can kind of find the humor in it, and because I normally wouldn't be able to be here on a Tuesday or during the weekday Zoomcast, and here I am, having a great time with you guys. This is awesome. And so we do create, our thoughts are very powerful. Like you said, you created this, a different relationship with money, and this showed up, and I needed more time from work to be able to spend on this, and this is what I get. So, all right. So with that, let's move back to some slides and carry on with the presentation. Let's see here. I'm not real smooth with this, but there we go. So why is it not advancing? We talked briefly about the three divisions of the company. So there's One Life, our social network of community of digital coin miners and advocates and educators. We're really in the business of helping people become their own banks, and how to conduct bankless transactions, and really be empowered around our own money, have a new relationship to money, a new relationship to new money. So this is, really, we're helping the community that we're creating is a community of people bringing in a new currency into existence. We're birthing a new currency in the world. And that's really what the network is. There are other products that we have besides the educational products, but that's really the main focus of our business. We do take part in this cryptocurrency. We get promotional tokens to participate in mining and generating cryptocurrency, and that's OneCoin. That's the currency that is really taking the world by storm. We have over 2.8 million people now that have joined our network in still less than 2 years. So that's a fast growing, and it's a brilliant strategy to build out this community and build out this group of miners that we have this diverse holding of currency before we bring it out to the world, so that when we bring it to the world, we've already got an ecosystem of a marketplace, if you will, already established. And so it's a very different strategy than any other cryptocurrency out there. We have a mobile app builder. That is another product that we have for merchants to be able to create their own app and promote their own business, drive customers, retain customers. They've, like everything that One Life does with the currency, with education, with this mobile app, they've simplified and systematized this to where it's easily understood by everybody and anybody, to be able to share this with merchants in this case. One Academy is the platform for our education system. We have up to, it says 6 levels. We now have 7 levels of education. This education it consists of printed materials that's available through the oneacademy.eu site when you buy an educational package, and videos, several hours of videos at each level, presented by a range of speakers, including university professors. This is it's a very well thought out curriculum that takes you from the very basics at level 1 that you get with a starter program, very basics of investing and how investments work and stocks and bonds and the risks associated with investing, up to level 7 that gets into behavioral economics and what drives people and to behave certain ways, and how money, how the larger economy works based on people's behaviors and psychology. So it's very advanced training. It's equivalent, when you look at it in the whole, of some of the courses that are offered by higher educational institutions, and I'm talking about Duke University, Stanford, Ivy League schools that offer courses in cryptocurrency and finance. But we give you the opportunity to be a miner and to actually put your knowledge to use in the helping of creating a currency. So our products, our educational products, actually range from a starter package for less than $200 US, all the way up to an Infinity Trader that's $27,500. And these different packages gain you access to the different levels of education and give you increasing amounts of promotional tokens that you can then mine and then generate coins, cryptocurrency coins that are yours, are part of your assets that then appreciate in value. So, very briefly, for those guests who are on, or somebody who's particularly new and really still getting up to speed on what cryptocurrency is, there are 5 major attributes. I won't go into these in great detail because we're approaching the end of this Zoomcast. But it's transparent. The blockchain is transparent, and in the case of OneCoin, we have a blockchain that's audited every month by an independent third-party auditor. So there's no hiding what's going on with the blockchain, with the underlying technology of the cryptocurrency. It's all transparent and readily visible to everybody, anybody that wants to be able to check that. We're centralized and going to be bringing this out to the public. So that's why they do a monthly third-party audit of the blockchain to provide that transparency. At the same time, it's private. This is our money. You don't have to feel like you're taking somebody else's money when you go to take money out. You don't get the third degree from the bank teller of what you're doing with the money or where the money's coming from that you're putting into a bank. It's yours, and you get to control it. It's portable. We can take this anywhere in the world with a cell phone, with a computer, with a laptop. It's readily, you can carry it with you when you travel, and don't have to worry about going to exchanges and what the exchange rate is for different currencies, changing dollars to euros or British pounds or whatever country you're in. It's portable and usable around the world. As you've heard from people that have shared, it's profitable, and the biggest opportunity for this to be profitable is in being a miner, which we'll talk about next. To get money at a discount by helping to bring it into circulation is the biggest benefit of getting in early on a cryptocurrency. And it holds value and actually appreciates in value because it's finite. There's a certain number of coins, certain amount of cryptocurrency that'll be produced when you create the algorithm that runs the mathematics behind it. And don't ask me how all that works in detail. I know how to use a website, but I don't know how to do HTML programming. I just know how to use the internet. And it's much the same way, but this is finite currency. There'll only be a certain amount ever produced. And as we build out the community and increase the demand, increase the usability, that currency increases in value. I'm going to skip some of these slides based on time, and we'll talk a little bit about the mining opportunity. And and what it means and what we've been talking about. So we have our different programs here. If you haven't signed up yet for an education package, these are the packages we're talking about: Starter, Trader, Pro Trader, Executive, Tycoon, Tycoon Plus, Premium, Infinity, Ultimate Package, and the price. And these are credits. These are the mining credits, or the tokens that we've been talking about that come with each package. So you can see, there's a steady increase in the amount of credits that you get with these packages, and it takes a bit of a jump when you get about halfway down. You start getting a little bit more mining credits with your packages as you get to larger packages. Mary mentioned you're really not in this in a big way until you get to a Tycoon package, because you start getting proportionately more credits and you start getting more splits. So the splits are similar to a stock split. Public companies use stock splits to keep their prices in a certain range and make their stock attractive to people. As we mine currency and it gets more difficult to produce coins, if we didn't have splits, the cost of the packages would have to go up, and the splits allow us to maintain steady prices on the packages and turn out to be a benefit for the buyers of these packages to make the most of their package and get the most coins that they can if they look at what they get for the different packages. The ratio that's shown here is a measure of the difficulty of mining. As more coins are brought into circulation, it gets more difficult to produce coins. It's more like Tom uses the analogy of a competition ratio, or trying to get people through a doorway. If you got 5-10 people trying to get through a doorway, it's not too bad. You get a couple hundred people, it gets more difficult. You got a few thousand people, it becomes more difficult to get through that doorway. So this is a ratio that measures that difficulty rate, and over time that difficulty rate goes up. It's already gone up since the slide was produced. It's already at 79%. 79. It's not a percentage. So the ratio has already gone up since this slide was produced, but it calculates the number of coins. So all these numbers are really just as an example, illustrative. You have to kind of check the current pricing and ratio to come up with your own calculations. But based on these calculations from a month or two ago, you can see that although the price of coins today is a little over $8, about $8.30, even with a starter package, by virtue of the credits that are given and the split that you get, you're able to get your coins out of mining for less than the market rate. So immediately you've got something that's already increased in value by virtue of being a miner. And as you buy a larger package, and you can see what Mary was talking about, you really take a bigger, you get a bigger benefit dramatically by going up to the larger packs, starting with a Tycoon package. Not to mention that you get 5 levels of education. You also get more tokens, you get an extra split, and now you're able to get coins at less than 25% of the market rate. So that's really the biggest benefit of being a miner in cryptocurrency, and that's all you really need to do is buy a package, mine coins, and have those coins and watch them appreciate. You've heard people talk about referring other people into the network. That is one of the ways that we get paid on a weekly basis. The company pays a referral bonus to help grow the network of miners. That's part of increasing that competition rate is a desirable thing, because as the competition rate for the mining goes up, the value goes up. And as we start sharing this with merchants and start increasing the usability, then that mining rate's going to increase. More people are going to want to have possession of these coins. More people are going to want to use the coins, and it all we all win by working together and growing the community. So the company rewards us by a series of referral bonuses. There's a fast start bonus that pays 10% for your first 30 days. If you exceed certain thresholds, there's a 10% personal referral or direct sale bonus that's paid on direct sales. We have a simple binary structure, so you get paid 10% on the activity on your weak leg in your binary organization. And then there's a check matching bonus that increases with depth. So at the first generation, pays 10% down to the fourth generation. So if I bring in Catherine and Catherine makes money, I make 10% off of Catherine. Catherine brings in Mary, I make 10% off of what Mary makes. Mary brings in Joby, and I'm a happy camper because I know Joby's making a lot of money, and I make 20% off of Joby. Joby brings in Lee, and Lee makes money. I make 25% off of him. And that's all incentivized to grow our network deeper and bigger so that more coins are mined faster and we're out into the public that much sooner. The bonuses are paid 60% in cash into a cash account in our back office, and 40% go into a trading account that can be used to buy more coins or more mining credits. I'm going to hold right there and just go back. I want to go back and just ask a couple of other questions of people. Miriam. Hello, Miriam. There we go. You want to talk to us a little bit?
Oh, good. Oh, thank you. You're doing such a phenomenal job. Thank you so much.
Oh, sure. So Miriam, when did you join?
2 months ago.
Okay.
So,
and did you have a cryptocurrency background?
not at all.
Wait, what's your background?
Okay. I am a retired registered nurse with many years of health and wellness experience. So the jargon in this field was totally foreign to me. Money and finance was never my forte, but it sounded so interesting, and I knew somebody from a previous opportunity that was doing this, so I sort of opened my mind to let me find out a little more. Because, you know, doing something and you're happy with what you're doing, sometimes you don't open yourself up to new stuff, although I always have, because I like to know what's going on. So I am so grateful because it's, aside from being like a pioneer, we're all pioneers in the new cryptocurrency.
Sure. So what did you get started with? What package did you get started?
Starter pack and then upgraded to trader.
Okay, great.
I'm immersing myself with the jargon, the terminology, with not only, and learning so much from our group, the webinars and the local meetings, and we just had one with Joby here in Toronto.
Awesome.
Wonderful, but we can learn so much from the comfort of our home. I like to say in pajamas sometimes.
Yeah, yeah.
You better be fully dressed on camera, right?
Yeah.
But we can learn so much.
Most of the time, that happens most of the time. Occasionally, we get some flashers going through, but
no, not since I've been here.
so I just talked about mining a little bit. Tell if there's some guests on or people maybe who haven't mined yet. What does it take to mine your mining credits and produce coins?
Okay, so I have to confess that I'm no expert at that because I had assistance initially, but not hands-on. So I am still needing guidance in that regard.
But did they walk you through how to mine your mining credits?
It was done so quickly a couple of weeks ago that I'm not feeling comfortable to.
How long did it take them? How long did it take them to do it?
Oh, it goes very fast, and it's easier now. I know that because of our beautiful new back office. Yeah. Right.
So, what did they do? I think I know what they did.
If I don't know how to do something, I don't give directions.
Well, you don't know how to do it, but they did it in a matter of seconds, right?
Yeah, it's faster now. I've learned a lot, and I know that Dr. Ruja has has made our system the best. I mean, we're improving so much, and what previously it took 10 minutes to complete certain transactions.
Oh,
And
well, sure, that's the blockchain itself. I'm just talking about the mining of the
oh,
minutes in the back office.
well, as I said, because I'm not too comfortable, I need help in that regard. I don't want
I'm going to give you an assignment.
Please. Oh, okay. Yes, I need it. Thank you.
You're going to learn how to mine cryptocurrency.
For sure, because I do want to learn.
Do you know well, there's some videos that Tom has on how to mine, and maybe somebody could put up Tom's link. Maybe Janet, you could put up Tom's links, because I think there's a link in there on how to mine OneCoin in those links. So I want you to learn how to do that. It's very easy. It's probably a short video, but I want you to learn how to do that.
With our latest back office, right?
Yeah.
We upgraded back office.
It's even easier in the new back office.
Yeah, everything is so much more. But
Awesome.
learning about cryptocurrency and the blockchain, there's so much information that it's fascinating. Not only can you buy the books, but of course all the videos and the help we get internationally is just awesome. And the idea that we're helping the unbanked and changing lives is so near and dear to my heart anyhow. So I'm so grateful that I took a good look so I can be part of it.
Awesome.
Thank you all.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for sharing. All right, I'm going to talk. Michael disappeared. He went off to get something to drink. Let's see. Bob Pinkington. Hey, Bob. How do you say your last name?
It's Pilkington.
Pilkington. I was close.
Yeah, you're doing good. Everybody messes it up.
So how long have you been in OneCoin?
I came in June of this year.
Okay. So speak to us about the mining process.
Well, there are videos available. Through Digicoin.com, the training part, there are videos available. It makes it very easy.
Yeah.
Once you've looked at the videos, you can go into the back office, and in a couple of clicks, you can accomplish it. It just takes a couple of minutes at the most, and it's automatic. Once you submit your tokens for mining, the company OneCoin takes care of everything else, and it goes very smoothly.
Right.
And now it goes very fast.
So you get your tokens right from your package, and they're sitting in your back office, and do you need special equipment, or you need anything that you have to add to your laptop or anything to do the mining?
Oh no, the website has everything that you need, and I'm not a techie by any means, and I was able to do it. I mean, I've used my computer for years for my business, but I'm not a high technology person at all, and it's quite easy.
Yeah, what do? You actually go to the mining page, and you find a window where you enter a number, right? The number of tokens.
That's correct.
Right, and then
put in. Well, it's been a month or so since I've submitted my token, so I can't do it by memory, but it pretty much walks you through the process.
Yeah, well, you entered numbers in the window, and
Sure.
and I'll tell you what you did. You clicked submit.
That's right.
and you mined right then and there. You mined for cryptocurrency, and that's really the extent of it.
It's a lot easier than digging for gold, I can assure you.
It's easier than that. It's probably easier than ordering something online.
That's correct.
Yeah, I think Tom says if you're used to ordering things online, you're overqualified to do the mining. So thanks a lot, Bob.
Thank you. You're doing a great job, Jack. Thank you very much. It's nice to see so many friends on the webinar.
Yeah, no, it's we're doing great here on a Tuesday afternoon. All right, thanks so much. All right, so we're going to just go back to the screen here for the wrap up of this. Hold on. Whoops. So, there's really 4 steps to getting started. Everybody's kind of touched on this a little bit, but it's really, get educated, subscribe to the One Life YouTube channel, learn about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency in general. You can do that at something called coindesk.com. There's One Academy, actually oneacademy.eu, not .com. There's a whole host of other things you can do on YouTube, and Andreas Antonopoulos is a Bitcoin advocate. He has a lot of great videos out there. We really encourage people to get educated about not just OneCoin, but about cryptocurrency in general and blockchain technology. And then get experience. The best way to get experience is just get a starter pack, get a rookie package, which is just a free account, basically login credentials that allow you to log into the sites and start seeing what's behind the curtain, so to speak, see what's in the back office, and start to get some experience with it. You can also get in touch with whoever invited you, and they may be able to even show you how to do a Bitcoin transaction. Occasionally Tom will do that on these Zoomcasts, and it's until you start experiencing it, it seems like it's something hard to grasp. Once you start experiencing it, like almost anything in life, once you start to experience it, you start to see how easy this really is. And then get engaged with this community, with this family that we have. Get engaged, with Tom's videos, or the people that that invited you here. They have information they can share. There's other calls to participate in and continue learning about this amazing field. And then in the end, what we all want is to get wealthy and get that time freedom, because that's what we're all after. Again, just maybe enroll, get your login credentials, get back to the person who invited you, and begin participating in this community. And I think you'll find that this is not such. Well, I think you've seen it. I mean, the people that have spoken today did not come from a background in this, not even a background in technology, as Bob just said. We're just average people that were living life, doing our thing, and we found this and took some time to watch some videos, get on some phone calls, and learn about this. And without a doubt, at least in my experience, everyone who is part of this community wishes they got started sooner and wish they got started with a larger package. So you won't know that if you're a guest and you haven't experienced it yet, but trust me, that's going to be the feeling you'll have a few months down the road if you do get started right away. And I would say just don't put it off. So with that, I'm going to wrap things up and unmute everybody, and everybody can say bye.
Jack, that was amazing. Thank you.
Yeah.
Good
job.
Awesome presentation.
Yeah,
Thanks everyone.
Buenos
Hey,
noches.
Adobe, thank you.
Great job.
Every
Only a few
Every
people.
poster.
Yeah, just open.